Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. David. After more than 30 years working in men's health and nutrition in hospitals across the United States, I've met many men in their 50s and beyond. And I realize something: there are worries we don't easily speak about, especially when it comes to intimacy and vitality. It's not because we are ashamed. It's because we often choose silence, enduring alone, thinking it's just the natural course of age. But let me tell you something. I once had a 62-year-old patient look down at his hands and say to me, "Doctor, I'm not afraid of getting old. I'm afraid of not being myself anymore." That stayed with me for a long time. Because being a man isn't only about muscle, it's about love, responsibility, and warmth toward the woman we share our life with. When the body is tired, when our inner fire dims, we don't just lose physical strength. Sometimes the happiness of the home becomes fragile too. Maybe you've felt that before. Your body feels heavier, sleep becomes lighter. The joy of closeness fades. Your wife still cares, but there is a quiet distance. Hard to name, but easy to feel. I have seen this many, many times, and I want to tell you something. It's not because you're weak. Your body just needs care, the right kind of care. Long ago, our ancestors understood how to nourish a man's vitality through food, something that goes directly into the blood, strengthening energy and spirit. And there is one particular food used for hundreds of years in Asian tradition, believed to strengthen masculine vitality: bull horse or goat penis and testicles, what we call ngao pin. But I want to make this very clear. We do not use food to create miracles. We use it to support the body, to support hormones, to support blood flow, to restore natural strength in a steady, scientific way. This video is not about showing off masculinity. It is a sincere conversation from someone who has seen many men find their way back to themselves, back to the laughter of their wife, back to warmth in their home. If you are listening to me right now, let yourself relax. No pressure, no rush. We will take this journey step by step, understanding the body, choosing the right foods, preparing them well, and learning how to let the body truly absorb and turn them into living energy. Let's begin. My friends, once we pass 50, our body begins to change. Not suddenly, but slowly, morning by morning, as we notice our eyes don't feel as bright, or our body doesn't respond the way it once did. This is normal. Science calls it the decline of testosterone, the core hormone of masculinity. It decreases year by year, like a river running lower in a dry season. Imagine this. A stream flows down the mountain, nourishing the fields below. When the water is strong, the land flourishes, but when the stream weakens, the soil dries and cracks. Our body is the same. When testosterone drops, muscles weaken, energy fades. Blood circulation slows, especially where a man needs it most. And desire becomes fragile, like a candle running out of oil. It's not because you don't love. It's not because your wife is any less beautiful. Your body is tired. I had a patient named Thomas, 57 years old. He came to me because of a single sentence from his wife. "I miss the man you used to be." It wasn't criticism, it was gentle, but it broke him. He always loved her, but his body no longer followed his heart. And do you know what I told him first? Not medicine. I said, "We will nourish the stream, little by little." Because a man's strength does not come from pushing harder. It comes from understanding his body. We will learn how to eat, how to rest, how to breathe, how to sleep deeply again. And ngao pin is one part of that journey. Not magic, but fuel for the fire, helping it glow again. If anything I've shared today touches something inside you, if you've felt that quiet emptiness before, I want you to know you are not alone, and you can find your way back. If you found this meaningful, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next parts. And if you have your own story, share it in the comments. I read them, and I understand more than you may think. My dear friends, today we're going to talk about something that people long before us understood very well. Not something born from modern laboratories or technology, but something that came from life experience. From watching nature and observing the human body for hundreds of years. This is a traditional food known as ngao pin, the penis and testicles of animals like bull, horse, or goat. I know hearing that some of you may smile, some may be surprised, and others may recall old meals shared with friends. But please allow me to explain it gently and scientifically. In Asian culture, there is a saying, "You become what you eat." This is not superstition. It comes from observing that every organ in an animal contains nutrients specific to the function of that organ. The testicles of male animals contain clean protein, zinc, and powerful cellular activators. These are essential for supporting testosterone production, improving sperm quality, increasing overall vitality and energy, In many Asian countries, Vietnam, China, Mongolia, Japan, men have used this food for centuries to restore health, recover after illness, or maintain inner vitality as they age. Not to show off strength, but to preserve the quiet life force within something only a man understands from the inside. I remember once, while traveling in the northern mountains of Vietnam, I shared a meal in a small kitchen of an ethnic family. The man of the house was over 65 years old, strong, quick with bright eyes. During the meal, he told me, "Our body's like a tree. If you don't care for the roots, the leaves will wither early. Ngao Pin is the root for a man." There wasn't a single scientific word in his sentence, yet it was pure wisdom. Modern medicine actually supports this idea. Zinc is essential for natural testosterone production. Collagen and elastin in penile tissue help improve blood vessel elasticity and blood flow. The amino acid arginine helps relax blood vessels and support natural erection function. So, we don't eat this to become strong instantly. We eat to nourish the body gradually, like watering a tree day after day, allowing it to revive from the roots. And perhaps you've noticed, the truly meaningful things in life come from patience, a steady care, and respect for the process, not from rushing or forcing. We are not just talking about restoring masculine vitality. We are talking about finding ourselves again. Now, when it comes to nourishment, the important thing is not just what we eat, but how we choose and prepare it. A good food can become harmful if chosen carelessly or prepared wrong. And this is especially true with Ngao Pin. Let me share a small story. A man in his 60s from California watched some online videos and bought Ngao Pin to cook. But he bought it from an unverified seller, no inspection, unclear sourcing. He ended up with digestive issues and infection. Not because the food was bad, but because the source was wrong from the beginning. So I want to stress this. We are nourishing the body, not just satisfying a meal. When choosing Ngao Pin, please look for Nasoturi Veterinary Inspection Certification. Miri proper refrigeration. Reputable source. Fresh Ngao Pin should be pink, white, not gray. It should feel firm, not slimy, with no strange smell. If frozen, choose pieces that were quick frozen and still solid in structure. And before cooking, always 1. Rinse with salted water. 2. Rub with white wine and crushed ginger. 3. Let sit 15-20 minutes and rinse again. This is not just cleaning. This is a small ritual. We remove what is unnecessary to preserve what is pure. Just like how we learn to care for ourselves, beginning with the smallest things. I don't say this to make the food sacred, but to remind us that good health begins with respect. We do not rush. We do not choose carelessly. We do not treat our body as something to experiment on. Your body deserves to be treated with care and understanding. And if these words resonate with you, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who may need it, and subscribe with notifications on, so we may continue this journey of healing and restoring strength together. And if you have questions or your own experience, please leave a comment. I read them and I listen. My dear friends, when people hear about Ngao Pin, many assume it's difficult to eat, has a strong smell, or is complicated to cook. But that's not truly the case. This dish only feels difficult for those who rush. If we prepare it slowly, step by step, it becomes a gentle process, almost like a ritual of caring for the body. Think of the preparation like preparing soil before planting a seed. Good soil allows the seed to grow. In the same way, when Ngao Pin is cleaned properly, our body can absorb its nourishment. First, after you bring it home, rinse it under clean water to remove any residue. Then we prepare coarse salt, fresh ginger, and a small bowl of white rice wine. Don't worry, the wine is only for rinsing, not drinking. We rub the salt and wine all over the surface, massaging gently. You'll notice foam forming and the strong scent fading. Crush the ginger and rub it directly onto the meat to draw out any remaining odor and raw energy. Then take a knife and make a gentle vertical cut along the length. No need to rush. It's like opening the layers of this ingredient to understand it. Inside there will be a strip of white tendon. This is the part that carries odor and makes the dish taste heavy. We remove this tendon slowly and patiently. This is the key step for the final flavor. Next, boil a pot of water with ginger, lemongrass, and a small spoon of wine. When the water just begins to boil, blanch the Ngao Pin for 1 to 2 minutes. Not longer. This step is only to remove the smell, not to cook it fully. When you take it out, you'll see the meat firms up and the odor nearly disappears. Now the ingredient is ready to cook in many ways. I still remember an elderly Vietnamese man living in Houston who once told me, "If you prepare this dish correctly, it doesn't just taste good, it warms the body from within." He said that because when the dish is prepared properly, the body absorbs it better. Blood flow improves, heat gathers in the lower abdomen, and from there, life energy returns naturally. What I want to emphasize is not the cooking technique itself, but the intention behind it. We do not rush. We cook with awareness with the intention of caring for ourselves. Because a man who knows how to care for his Kang often also knows how to care for the happiness of his family. This is the strength of subtlety, a strength that is deeply masculine and deeply gentle. Now the dish is ready. We have cleaned it, removed the tendon, cleared the raw scent. This is the moment we turn the ngao pin into true nourishment. Let me share 3 simple ways to prepare it. No need for complex recipes, just patience and a little heart. 1 ngao pin stewed with herbal roots, warming, nourishing energy. This is ideal for beginners. Stewing makes the meat tender and easy to digest. Prepare kigori or cleaned ngao pin, emryurn, red dates, gobonanor, burn, goji berries, kittyfudawurnamuas, Codenopsis root, and if available, a little cistanche, a traditional herb used to restore vitality. Place everything into a pot with water and simmer for 1 to 1.5 hours over low heat. The broth becomes naturally sweet and warming, especially in the lower abdomen, the center of a man's energy. 2 grilled ngao pin, preserving natural strength. Cut into slices and season lightly with son tunasiworm, shirsiabaso, purinom, surnip, pepper, prikfirfern, minced ginger, Aaron, a touch of oil. Grill over charcoal if possible. The aroma, the smoke, the warmth, it's rustic, strong, steady. Eat slowly, feel it. As if reminding the body there is still strength within me. 3 stir-fried ngao pin with ginger and onion, gentle, familiar. Slice into small pieces and stir-fry quickly with onion, patomecha or scallions, shea rice, ginger. It's a touch of fish sauce. This dish is warm and comforting, good for sharing with your loved one at dinner. Sometimes happiness in a family does not come from grand gestures. It begins with 2 people sitting closer at the dinner table. My dear friends, if this sharing has meaning for you, if it sparked something inside, please, like the video, share it with someone who may need it, and subscribe with notifications on, and leave a comment. Where are you now in your journey of caring for your health? I always read and I always listen. My dear friends, now the dish is ready. We have cleaned it, removed the white tendon, and released the raw scent. This is the moment when ngao pin can truly become nourishment for the body. I want to share with you 3 very simple ways to prepare it. No need for complicated techniques. No need to be a professional chef. All it takes is patience and a bit of heart while cooking. 1 ngao pin stewed with herbal roots, warming and strengthening energy. This method is perfect for beginners because stewing with herbs makes the meat tender, easy to digest, and gentle on the stomach. Prepare. Sur cleaned ngao pin, afrenedo wenturnum, eturnen, red dates. Turn goji berries, kutishipit we shorihan, Codenopsis root, nakarshun, and if available, a bit of cistanche, a traditional herb used for restoring vitality. Place everything into a pot, add fresh water, and simmer for 1 to 1.5 hours. Let the heat be low, like a man learning to soften and listen to himself again. The broth becomes naturally sweet and warming. This dish nourishes not only the body but warms the lower abdomen, the center of a man's life energy. 2 grilled ngao pin, preserving natural strength. If you enjoy something natural and grounded, this approach is for you. Slice the ngao pin, then season simply with sukul sabri yura sabrin shon, pepperun, free, perideri pepper, turana minced ginger, Christian, and a touch of oil to keep it moist. Grill over charcoal if you can. The smoke and heat blend beautifully with the ginger. It has a rustic, steady, masculine feel. Eat slowly, chew gently, and feel it. As if reminding your body there is still strength inside me. 3 stir-fried ngao pin with ginger and onion, gentle and familiar. Slice it into small pieces and stir-fry quickly over high heat with ikurusurum, onion, tinodor scallions, diur, duranon, winnated ginger, nasum, and a touch of fish sauce. This dish is warm and comforting, something you can share with your partner in a quiet, loving dinner. Many people think that happiness in a family comes from grand gestures, but sometimes it begins with 2 people sitting just a little closer at the dinner table. My dear friends, if this sharing brings you comfort, clarity, or even a small spark of understanding, I truly hope you will like the video, share it with someone who may need it. Subscribe and turn on notifications. And please leave a comment. Where are you right now in your journey of caring for your health? I always read and I always listen. My friends, perhaps by now we have traveled a journey together that is not only about food or nourishment, but a journey of returning to the body to strength, to happiness. I want you to pause just for a moment and ask yourself a simple question. When was the last time I truly felt strong, energized, and alive? Maybe it was 5 years ago, maybe 10, or maybe so long ago that you've forgotten what that feeling was like. But I want you to know and truly believe this, that strength never left you. It has simply been sleeping. And today you are waking it up, not with magic, not with empty promises, but with knowledge, care, and respect for yourself. I have met many men in their 50s, 60s, even 70s. Some once believed that age was the end of masculine strength. But after changing how they eat, how they rest, how they care for their energy, just a few weeks later, there was fire in their eyes again. Not a burning flame, but a warm, steady, enduring one. The fire of a man who understands himself. And the beautiful thing is, when your energy returns, the woman beside you will feel it first. Her smile will change. Her eyes will soften. The distance between you will shrink. And happiness in the home, often that is enough. We are not chasing youth. We are learning to live deeper, fuller, and love more completely. If something in this message touches you, if you feel hope or warmth or awakening, please help me share this message with other men. Like the video. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe and turn on notifications. And most importantly, leave a comment. Tell me your story, your worries, your hopes, or simply say hello. I read every message and I walk alongside you, not as a doctor treating a patient, but as a man who understands the journey of returning to real living strength. There is still so much beauty ahead of us.